What it do? Welcome to the J Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Make sure that you comment because we love to have conversations in the comments section. I will definitely reply because ball is life. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our glorious content. And then lastly, on your way out, make sure that you hang on towards the end because we have some other suggested videos that we know you will love. With that said, Colin Cowherd, man. Here we go. I got to tell you, Colin Cowherd is one of the most annoying people in media for me. I don't trust anything that he says. I think he's a big-time liar. I think he's smart. He goes with the money. I don't think he has a real backbone. I know he's very, very wealthy. I know that he makes a lot of money. I know that he's probably a great businessman. But that doesn't mean he's a man of high character because I think he has low character, if I'm being honest with you. I think his character is trash. But with that said, the reason why I feel that way is because I think he goes with the wind. What do I mean? Well, Colin Cowherd today decided to betray LeBron James. And normally would I care? No, I don't like Clutch. I don't like LeBron. They're not, my cup of tea, so to speak. I think they're actively trying to destroy Kobe Bryant's legacy because they're selfish and they want everything for themselves. But I also don't really like disloyal people. And if you ever seen a movie or a cartoon where you have an evil villain or something like that, and they get somebody to betray somebody else, and that person thinks they're in good with the villain, but then the villain is actually not an idiot and says, oh, well, here's the thing. If you did that to them, you'll do that to me. And then they, get rid of them somehow, some way. Because they're not as dumb as that betrayer and that traitor thought they were. Well, the traitor here is Colin Cowherd. And some of you may think, oh, well, yeah, Colin's on our side now because now he's betraying LeBron. No. Don't get it twisted. Never get it twisted. But before we explain exactly why that is, let's listen to what Colin had to say, where he basically betrayed LeBron James after kissing his rear end for years. Finally changed his mind.
So The Athletic does report. We've been saying this now. I have been saying this for 3 to 4 weeks. Dallas is a better place to go. I mean, I get Cooper Flagg or Austin Reeves. I get AD or DeAndre Ayton. But LeBron wasn't willing, and this is what killed it, according to John Hollinger. He wasn't willing to leave $52 million on the table for a mid-level exemption. So now think about that. LeBron's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And my take is with LeBron, Rich Paul told us it was all about winning. It's not anymore. I think Michael Jordan's still in his head. He knows in the basketball community with basketball fans, he's never going to catch MJ. MJ is 6 for 6. MJ is more memorable. MJ's got the logo, the brand, and sells more shoes. He's more romanticized. Michael Jordan, there are a dozen plays to this day that you close your eyes and think about, and you can see Michael Jordan. Do it, unless you're driving. With LeBron, there's one. That chase down block against the Warriors. That's it. And so I think at LeBron at this point, he's never going to catch him. He's never going to catch him in net worth. MJ's net worth is $3.5 billion. LeBron, even with the massive money he's paid, is $1 billion. That's why he wants to own a basketball team. I think he's chasing Michael. And here's the difference. Michael Jordan makes you feel something, and LeBron doesn't. MJ, and I mean, high-level salespeople will tell you, you want to trigger emotion in advertisers and consumers. You want to make people feel something about a product. Michael has that. You wear his shoes, you feel cool. You like being on that side of the argument. So Michael's richer, more memorable, bigger brand, and he makes you feel something. And LeBron doesn't. LeBron has kind of bounced around to the best basketball opportunity every chance he gets. He's been the great basketball opportunist. And I've never criticized him for that. I understand it. His first stop, he got drafted to Cleveland. 7 years in, they couldn't get him another All-Star. I was on the bandwagon. Get to Miami. But my take is you probably should have stayed in Miami. In fact, I'd argue the only time LeBron has ever made us feel something was when he went back to his hometown, when he went back to Akron and he won in Cleveland. Remember that letter, I'm going back home, made you feel something. Then he won in Cleveland, made you feel something. But he's sort of been the great basketball opportunist. And he's got more points and more assists, and he's been to more finals, but he's never made us feel anything. I said this the other day. Tiger Woods made you feel something. Scottie Scheffler's just great.
All right, so that's Colin Cowherd. The first thing I want you guys to realize is this man is a liar. So do not ever think he's telling you the truth 100% of the time. He's a white version of Stephen A. Smith. They're very similar. You have to research and double check every single thing that they say. And they're also going to throw in some things where they lick their finger, they put it in the air, they see which way the wind's blowing, and they follow the wind. I 100% do not believe in my mind that Colin Cowherd ever thought, and I mean ever thought that LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan. But what he did know is that he's obsessed with money and that he could lie his way to that position. He could lie his way to get more ratings. And I believe that's really what they all did. There's no way that LeBron is near Michael Jordan. They know LeBron is not anywhere near as good as Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. They know LeBron's probably not even better than, not probably, he's not better than Tim Duncan and guys like that. So how the heck is he going to be near Michael Jordan? He's not really. But unfortunately, they were comfortable ruining basketball and the conversation surrounding basketball so that they could get likes and views and clicks and have debates and blah, 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 right? That's all they knew. He said some things. He said he was confused that LeBron took the money. You're a liar. Why would you be confused? He's a narcissist. He's obsessed with himself. You knew he was going to bet on himself. The problem now comes in for LeBron James is he's trying to figure out, should I then now retire? Because if he doesn't retire on the Lakers are done with him. So he's out of here either one way or the other. If they can't find a good trade partner and he just walks away at the end of this season, I don't really think teams are going to be checking for him like that. And depending upon how this year goes, as the Cavaliers continue to make strides forward, they're not putting him back on their team to ruin that team. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't do that. Excuse me. Allergies. Sorry, guys. So his storybook ending that he wants so badly is not going to end properly if he doesn't play this correctly. And I love to see it. For the first time, he doesn't hold the cards. All the shady, manipulating, back and forth, play around games, for once, is not going to go the way you expect it to, LeBron. And you might find yourself silently pushed right out the league. And I'd love to see it. I'd love it. He also mentioned that Rich lied about winning because Rich Paul is like, all he cares about is winning. Then why did he take all that money? Again, why are you surprised? Colin, you're not surprised. You're just lying to us to make it seem like you're surprised. Please. He said MJ has the brand. He's more memorable. He's more romanticized. And I agree with that. He said if you close your eyes, you can still see Michael Jordan's top plays. If you close your eyes for LeBron, all you see is a block. And that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? There's LeBron's game is repetitive and stagnant, in my opinion. And I mean, he's still one of the best because he's the most consistent. But that's all I see is consistency when I think about LeBron James. I don't see great moments. I don't see things where he did the unthinkable, or he did something that was not supposed to happen. He didn't do that. Michael Jordan did. Kobe Bryant did. Magic Johnson did. There's moments that I can think of from these players, and I never watched Magic play live a day in my life, but there's still highlights that I've seen where it's like, yo, I remember Magic made that play. That's how great he was. I remember plays that Larry Bird made just from watching highlights and stuff like that. I don't remember a lot of great plays that LeBron James has made. They all kind of look the same. A lot of times, in my opinion. So, he also mentioned that he's always going to be chasing Mike. He also said that Mike makes you feel something, and that's true. LeBron James' whole career has been based on propaganda. It's all fake. Similar to like a movie, or if you're writing. I used to teach English, and they have this thing where it says showing versus telling, right? So instead of me telling you that Billy is in a dark closet or a dark building or a scary castle, I instead of doing that, telling you that straight up, I show it to you, right? I show it to you. How do I show that in writing? Well, you describe the castle, the highest peaks, the darkest corridors, the Catholic windows. I guess that's how you say it when they have the, in Catholic churches, they have those windows. There seemed to be a voice screaming to me from down in the, the slop house. I don't know, whatever. There's ways to do it, right? You're describing the castle without talking about the castle, right? That's without saying it's a castle. That's showing versus telling. How do you do that on the basketball court? Or how do you do that if you're doing, let's say you're talking about character development. If you're talking about character development in a movie, yeah, and Marvel has messed this up recently, but you can come out and say, oh, this person's the smartest person in the world. Okay, fine. That's a straight up, he said it, there's no getting around it. But that's boring. Why not show it? Show situations where that person is smarter than everybody else around them. How do they keep getting out of difficult situations? And at the moment, as I'm talking about this, I can't think of a movie where they just keep showing that. I'm trying to think of something. You see it a lot in anime. If you're an anime fan like I am, somebody like Kakashi, for example, in Naruto. I use Naruto a lot because it's my favorite. And it's the most well-rounded anime, in my opinion. And what you notice is Kakashi Hatake, who's one of the senseis, it's not always that they tell you how smart he is, and they do tell you, but a lot of it is he just finds ways to get out of stuff. Like, he just finds ways to not die when he's fighting against other ninjas. And you begin to realize that they're showing you how talented he is without necessarily having them to always tell you how talented he is. You could say somebody's powerful, but if Naruto, for example, creates a giant Rasengan, a Rasengan is just like an energy blast that he could create with his hands, but it's not really a blast. It's like he creates this giant ball that he can like hit you with. And if he creates a small one, then yeah, you could see like, oh, he's powerful. Yeah, okay. But if he creates a gigantic one, and at the end of the series, he was creating like 5 or 6 of them at the same time in a row and just launching them at people. They don't have to tell you he's powerful. You could see it. Okay, so that's the idea of showing versus telling. I know there's better examples, and I apologize for not having any right off the top of my head, but that's where LeBron James struggles. They tell you everything that you need to know about him. He's this, he's that, he can guard 1 through 5, but then you watch it, and it's not true. You understand? People say LeBron can guard 1 through 5, so he can guard Tim Duncan at the 4. Could he guard Dirk Nowitzki at the 4? No. He wasn't doing that. Could he guard Shaq? No. He barely could guard Giannis. But you're going to guard players like Shaq, Tim Duncan, who had elite post work. You think he could guard Hakeem Olajuwon or Patrick Ewing in their prime? Maybe he could guard Charles Barkley. Maybe. But, I mean, Karl Malone and them, like, maybe. But the truth of the matter is that's highly unlikely, man. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Excuse me. So they just lie, you know. LeBron James struggles against smaller guards. Michael Jordan struggled a little bit against smaller guards. That he's not guarded no 1 through 5, bro. He could barely guard any position if the person on the other side of him is talented. KD, wasn't he guarding KD in the finals? How did that work out for him? Got absolutely smashed. Pause. No diddy. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? So remember when he said he was gonna, activate playoff mode, and the Lakers continued to lose, and then he got everybody traded for AD because he couldn't take them to the next level. LeBron's a great teammate. He teaches young players. Well, he traded all of them for AD. They just say a lot of stuff about LeBron James that ends up not being true, and so that messes with the idea that he's, that he makes you feel something. LeBron doesn't make, if you're not a fan of his, I don't think he makes you feel anything. He clearly has a level of narcissism to him. He always wants to be in the news. He doesn't really, there's a lot of things about him that don't make you feel anything other than, in my opinion, disgust, fatigue. You get tired of people talking about certain things, and you look for yourself, and it doesn't seem to be the case. They tell you he's a great scorer, and they will not let that go. He's a consistent scorer, but me personally, there's no way he's a better scorer than T-Mac and Allen Iverson. Vince Carter in his prime, to me, was a better scorer than LeBron James. I've seen better scorers. Michael Jordan, Carmelo Anthony, Dirk Nowitzki. The list continues with people that I've seen that can score, that score better than LeBron James. KD, James Harden. Sign me up for those guys. Pause. Double pause. Triple pause. Okay? That was crazy. But, yeah. So he doesn't make you feel anything. I actually agree with that. And, it just... He's also, and then lastly, he mentioned he's an opportunist. And this is something that drives me nuts. I gotta say. Excuse me. Allergies. Drives me nuts. In what world is he not an opportunist? You guys, Colin, you betrayer. And remember, again, Colin is not your friend. Just because he's going against LeBron this time, he's not your friend. He's an opportunist himself. So it's funny, the pot calling the kettle black, right? What a hypocrite. Now you want to say he's an opportunist. He said, I never criticized him for it. Well, you should have criticized him for it. None of you clowns did. And that's why we're in the predicament we are right now, where people really believe, again, LeBron James is better than he actually is. He is an opportunist. That doesn't make you a great basketball player. That doesn't make you better than the greatest players of all time. He literally ran to super teams after winning 60 games. And people get mad when I keep bringing this up. Not people, LeBron goblins. But you're not going to convince me that LeBron James is better than anybody all time that stayed on one team and worked hard to win their championships. You can't be on the same level as Magic Johnson. And Kareem transferred one time, not 6 times. And I know it wasn't 6, but still, it's a lot. Running there over here, running over there, going back and forth, playing all these games. Magic was on one team. Bird, one team. Jordan, yes, we know he went to the Wizards later, but for the most part, when he was in his prime, when he was really cooking, one team. Dirk, one team. Curry, going to be on one team. We know Kobe, one team. You get to run around the league and be an opportunist, and you're on the level of those players? Nah. If you're so good, why did you need to run around and be an opportunist? Opportunists are for people that are not elite. When you're elite, why do you need to move so much in sports? So cut the crap, man. We're not going to do that. Now you're calling him an opportunist. I never criticized him for it. I thought he should have left, but he probably should have stayed in Miami. No, he should have never left. And if he did leave, he definitely shouldn't have left to join a super team. It's cowardly. So Colin's sitting up here backtracking on everything. He said the only feeling we had is when he went back to the Cavs, but you literally just said he should have stayed on the Heat. So I don't. The Colin Cowherd is super rich, man. He's been super successful, but it just goes to show you he's similar to LeBron James. Clowns somehow can still be smart enough to make money. That's really what it comes down to. You can be dishonest and a clown and still make money. And to me, that's what Colin Cowherd is. So, yeah, for today, he's on my team. He's on my side as far as admitting some of these things about LeBron James. But tomorrow, he'll be on somebody else's side, so don't get excited. Don't trust liars. I never trust liars. Liars move with the wind. Liars are not your friend. Don't ever think they're your friend. They might be on your side for 2 seconds, but make sure you know, trust and believe, they will betray you like they betrayed the person that they betrayed before you. A liar's gonna lie. That's all Colin Cowherd is a liar and a manipulator. But for today, thank you for the content. I appreciate it. So we're gonna wrap this video up. That's really what it comes down to. He's betraying LeBron James for reasons that are his own. If I had to take guesses, I don't think he liked the Bronny thing. And I think that Colin is seeing that people are turning against LeBron, so now he can turn against LeBron. I don't think he ever really liked LeBron. I think he used him for clicks and likes and things of that nature and views and watch hours. But I don't think he really ever truly liked LeBron. And I think he now gets to, take a dump on LeBron for the things that he hates about LeBron, that he was too afraid and a coward to say before. So just keep that in mind. He's not really, he's not some force for good. He's not like changing the game and saying the truth out loud. He's just an opportunist. Ironically, the same way he called LeBron an opportunist. Hypocrite's gonna hypocrite, right? So thank you for listening this long. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our glorious content. Also, you want to hang on towards the end of this video because we have some other suggested videos that we know you love. And make sure that you comment because I will reply. Ball is life. I love having conversations. And just to leave you with a question on the way out, what do you think? Do you think Colin Cowherd is being honest? Or do you think that he's just being an opportunist? Right? I think he's being an opportunist. What do you think? Let's talk about it. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you. Very appreciative. Once again, very humble. Much love.
I can tell that somehow you never get over leaving me. And when you feel like coming